Good afternoon, I'm Taryn Gregg. I'm bringing you a live report from the Salem Witch Trials in Massachusetts. This morning, September 22nd, 1692, 8 of the last convicted witches of the Salem Witch Trials were hanged. Among them, Martha Corey, a beloved member of our church. This hanging brings the massive witch hunt that has plagued Salem since March to a violent end. Nearly 20 convicted witches have been hanged and around 180 accused since the beginning of this witch hunt. But what started it all? In late February 1692, the trials were put into motion after a local slave from Barbados named Tituba was accused of witchcraft. Tituba attempted to treat local girls Betty Paris and Abigail Williams for a mysterious affliction that caused them to convulse and feel pain from unknown sources. Betty Paris and Abigail Williams were the daughter and niece of local man Reverend Paris. It is said that Tituba created a witch cake while neighbor Mary Sibley allegedly supervised. A witch cake is a cake that is made of rye flour and urine, and then it is fed to a dog. This ritual is supposed to cure anyone of witchcraft, but instead it led to Tituba's accusation. On the same day of the witch cake, a few other community members, Elizabeth Hubbard and Ann Putnam Jr., started to experience the same symptoms as the girls Betty and Abigail. They claimed that dark figures were hurting them, and shortly following the new outbreaks, little Annie Putnam accused Sarah Good, a well-known local beggar woman, of witchcraft. Later, Sarah Osborne, a sickly widow, was also accused. All 3 women were brought in for questioning, accused of the capital crime of witchcraft. They were searched for witches' marks upon arrival by authorities. The official questioning began on March 1st, during which Tituba, after lengthy questioning, finally confessed to meeting with the devil, and that he had instructed her to harm the children, but she had refused. Tituba later confessed to meeting with the devil multiple times, and even signing his little black book in her own blood. Tituba claims that she saw the devil in both the form of a white man and also a black dog. She has met with each of these familiars multiple times, and she is also implicated that Sarah Good and Sarah Osborne have their names in the book as well, along with 7 other alleged witches from the community. All 3 women were taken into custody and jailed. Following the confessions of Tituba, the witch hunt began in full force here in Salem. Over the past several months, over 180 people have been accused of witchcraft, majority of them women. After Tituba's testimony, the community fiercely began to seek out witches. After the trial, over 50 more people admitted to practicing witchcraft in Salem. But were the trials really necessary? Was evil really at work within Salem? Or was it something else? One of the key facts of the situation must be recognized. Women were a clear target in the trials. As women, are we safe? The next accused could be any of us. It could be our mothers, our sisters, or even our daughters. Take the case of Elizabeth Proctor. She was pregnant and on the stand, and she faced prying questions about her husband's behavior rather than her own, simply because he voiced opposition for the trials. How many other women have suffered at the expense of their husband's actions? If we do not marry and obey the men, will they accuse us all? While some of the accused do fit the stereotype of a witch, such as beggar Sarah Good, we have seen many beloved members of our community ruined by these accusations, like poor Rebecca Nurse and Elizabeth Proctor. While it seems like the witch hunt has come to an end for now, it is clear that these trials have highlighted the attitudes of the leadership in our community, especially towards single and poor women, who have made up a majority of the accused. The men of Salem may not be ready for women to achieve new social standing and reject our old Puritan ways. So we have been deemed evil. As women, we must be cautious to ensure that we are not hunted as witches in this way again. Stay safe, ladies, and avoid making any witch cakes at all costs.